Get ready to uncover the forbidden flavors of America, where even the most mouth-watering foods are off limits.
In October, 9 students from Central Washington University were hospitalized after binge drinking Four Loko.
The FDA and their food guidelines are some of the strictest in the world.
We're delving into a culinary journey like no other, exploring the intriguing world of foods banned across the United States. From exotic delicacies to surprising staples, join us as we reveal the secrets behind these forbidden flavors. Fasten your seatbelts because we're about to explore 20 foods that have been barred from American tables. Get ready to feast your eyes on the surprising stories of taste and taboo. Number 22. Sturgeon caviar. Sturgeon caviar, a luxurious delicacy, is one of the foods banned in the United States. Over 2 decades ago, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service outlawed the import of wild sturgeon caviar to protect these endangered species. Among the most sought-after varieties, pure beluga and Kaluga caviars were also banned from entering the U.S. to preserve these majestic fish, whose populations had been decreasing due to overfishing and habitat destruction. As a result of these restrictions, the market has shifted towards farm-raised beluga hybrid and Kaluga hybrid caviars. These hybrids are cultivated in controlled environments, ensuring the preservation of the species while still providing a memorable taste of the traditional sturgeon caviar. By opting for these farm-raised alternatives, consumers can enjoy a luxurious treat without contributing to the decline of endangered wild sturgeon populations. This regulation reflects the delicate balance between enjoying luxurious foods and the responsibility to protect our planet's biodiversity. The ban on wild sturgeon caviar indicates the importance of sustainable practices in the culinary world. While authentic wild sturgeon caviar is not available in the U.S., the close alternatives offer a way to savor the experience while supporting conservation efforts. In essence, the shift to farm-raised caviar not only helps in the preservation of endangered species, but also promotes a sustainable approach to indulging in one of the world's most opulent foods. This ensures that future generations can appreciate both the delicacy and the thriving populations of sturgeon in their natural habitats. Number 21. Haggis. Haggis, the iconic Scottish dish, has been banned from being imported into the United States since 1971. This savory pudding, which traditionally includes sheep's lungs, is off limits due to stringent food safety regulations in America. According to the law, any food product containing animal lungs is prohibited, and since sheep lungs make up 10 to 15% of authentic haggis, they fall under this ban. The U.S. Department of Agriculture imposed this restriction because fluids like stomach acid and phlegm can enter the lungs during slaughter, posing potential health risks. Despite its cultural significance and popularity in Scotland, these safety concerns have kept traditional haggis out of American kitchens for over 5 decades. The haggis restrictions exemplify America's concern for public health and food safety, particularly with regard to foreign products. The risks may be small, but the USDA is being cautious in its restrictions to avoid any potential health problems. For those curious about haggis and eager to experience a taste of Scotland, there are alternatives available. Some producers have created American-friendly versions of haggis, omitting the lung but retaining the rich blend of spices and other traditional ingredients. These versions aim to offer an authentic experience while complying with United States regulations. Number 20. Kinder Surprise eggs. Kinder Surprise eggs are a beloved treat around the world, but they are banned in the United States due to safety concerns. These chocolate eggs contain a small plastic capsule inside which holds a toy, making them a fun and exciting treat for children. However, this feature has caused America to classify them as a choking hazard. Under the 1938 Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act, any confectionery product containing a non-nutritive object is deemed an adulterated food. This regulation is intended to protect consumers, especially children, from potential harm. The plastic capsule inside Kinder Surprise eggs falls under this category, rendering the product illegal to import and sell in the United States. The ban on Kinder Surprise eggs highlights America's commitment to consumer safety, especially concerning products aimed at children. While many may find this regulation overly cautious, it underscores the importance of stringent food safety standards. The good news is that Kinder has introduced a modified version, Kinder Joy, which separates the toy from the edible part, making it compliant with this country's regulations. In conclusion, the restrictions on Kinder Surprise eggs are a measure to ensure the safety of children, reflecting America's commitment to strict food safety laws. Despite the ban, alternatives like Kinder Joy allow fans to still enjoy a similar treat without compromising safety.
Number 19. Four Loko. Legendary alcoholic drinks from the Four Loko brand previously swept the United States with their powerful caffeine and alcohol blend. A contentious beverage that acquired popularity for its powerful effects, this product of Fusion Projects, formerly Drink 4 Brewing Company, was dubbed Blackout in a Can. Originally, Four Loko combined high alcohol content with caffeine, creating a beverage that was both intoxicating and stimulating. This combination raised significant health and safety concerns as the caffeine masked the depressant effects of alcohol, potentially leading to dangerous levels of consumption without the usual warning signs of intoxication. In 2010, the United States Food and Drug Administration stepped in, deeming caffeinated alcoholic beverages unsafe. They issued warning letters to manufacturers, including Fusion Projects, citing that these drinks could lead to a state of wide-awake drunk, increasing the risk of alcohol poisoning, accidents, and risky behavior. Faced with regulatory pressure, Fusion Projects reformulated Four Loko, removing the caffeine, taurine, and guarana from its recipe. While the original formula is no longer available, Four Loko continues to be sold, albeit in a different form. The current versions still pack a punch with their high alcohol content, but without the added stimulation of caffeine. This change aimed to address safety concerns while allowing the brand to remain on the market. 4. Loko's story provides an illustration of the necessity of maintaining a balance between innovation and safety within the beverage industry. In spite of the prohibition of its original formula, the brand has adjusted and now provides a potent beverage that adheres to United States regulations. Number 18. Tonka beans. Tonka beans, the aromatic seeds of the Dipteryx odorata tree, are cherished for their complex flavor profile, which combines notes of vanilla, almond, and cinnamon. Native to northern South America, these black, wrinkled seeds with a smooth brown interior have been used in a variety of culinary applications, particularly in desserts and perfumes. However, despite their enticing flavor and fragrance, tonka beans are banned in America. Due to their high coumarin concentration, the FDA bans tonka beans in food. Tonka beans contain coumarin, which can damage the liver and other organs in large amounts. The FDA regulates coumarin-containing foods to protect consumers. Tonka bean prohibition promotes the food safety and drug regulation. Tonka beans have a unique flavor, but the FDA bans them in American kitchens. Many chefs and foodies imitate tonka bean flavor with vanilla or other spice combinations. Even though they are illegal in the United States, tonka beans are still a popular food around the world because they have a lot of different flavors. The story of tonka beans shows how complicated food laws can be in different parts of the world. Number 17. Mustard oil. Mustard oil, a staple in many cuisines around the world, is banned from culinary use in the United States. This versatile oil can refer to the pressed oil used for cooking or a pungent essential oil known as the volatile oil of mustard. The essential oil is produced by grinding mustard seeds, mixing them with water, and then isolating the volatile oil through distillation. The Food and Drug Administration prohibits cooking with mustard oil, despite its widespread use in India and Bangladesh. Its high acidity content, which has been related to cardiac problems, is the main cause of this restriction. Although mustard oil is approved for external use in some traditional medicines, the FDA considers it generally recognized as unsafe for consumption. For its pungent flavor and high smoking point, mustard oil is used for frying and sautéing in nations where it's a staple. The unique taste and scent lend depth to meals, making the oil popular. Because of its health risks, America restricts erucic acid's use in food. One example of how cultural norms and government policies around food safety vary is the United States ban on mustard oil. In spite of the fact that it is still taboo to use mustard oil in American cuisine, its strong flavor and adaptability have made it a global phenomenon. This gap in regulation highlights the fact that different countries have different views on what constitutes safe food consumption.
Number 16. Chilean sea bass. The Chilean sea bass, known scientifically as the Patagonian toothfish, thrives in the frigid depths of the southern Atlantic, Pacific, Indian Oceans, and the Southern Ocean, ranging from 45 to 3,850 meters deep. It inhabits seamounts and continental shelves near subantarctic islands. Despite its esteemed culinary status, Chilean sea bass is tightly regulated in the United States due to sustainability and overfishing concerns. Chefs and seafood experts alike highly value this fish for its sumptuous, buttery flavor and tender texture. However, its popularity has spurred excessive fishing, endangering both the species and its fragile habitats. To address these issues, the United States has instituted rigorous import controls and monitoring initiatives. These measures ensure that all Chilean sea bass sold in the country comes from fisheries adhering to sustainable practices. Strict requirements for catch documentation and certification aim to combat illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing activities. The management of Chilean sea bass underscores the critical balance between culinary delight and environmental responsibility. While it remains a coveted delicacy, regulatory efforts highlight ongoing challenges in preserving marine biodiversity and ecosystem health. Number 15. Pig's blood cake. Pig's blood cake is a unique street food delicacy popular in Taiwan. This blood pudding is crafted from steamed pork blood and sticky rice, forming a savory treat on a stick. It's then coated in a flavorful mix of peanut powder and coriander, adding to its distinctive taste profile. Due to strict food restrictions, pig's blood cake is banned in America despite its popularity abroad. Due to health concerns, the FDA limits imports and sales. Blood-based foods can become contaminated and grow bacteria if not handled appropriately. In Taiwan and across Asia, pig's blood cake is cherished for its authenticity and connection to local culinary heritage. It represents a long-standing tradition passed down through generations, offering a glimpse into Taiwan's vibrant street food culture. While its absence in the United States reflects rigorous food safety standards, it also highlights the global diversity of street foods and the importance of regulatory measures in safeguarding public health. Number 14. Shark fins. Shark fins, once a delicacy in some parts of the world, are banned from consumption in the United States. These fins, located on the top dorsal side of sharks, play crucial roles in the shark's stability, balance, and maneuverability. The practice of shark finning involves catching sharks, removing their fins while they are alive, and discarding the rest of the body back into the ocean. The demand for shark fin soup and other traditional dishes has driven this cruel practice, which has resulted in a significant decline in shark populations worldwide. Many species are now threatened or endangered due to overfishing and habitat loss. To combat this issue and protect shark species, America has implemented strict regulations on the possession, sale, and trade of shark fins. The Shark Conservation Act of 2010 prohibits shark finning in its waters and the importation of shark fins without the corresponding carcass. This legislation aims to curb the demand for shark fins and promote sustainable fishing practices. Shark fins are banned due to global knowledge of shark ecology and marine biodiversity. Some cultures consider shark fin soup a delicacy, while America's rules emphasize shark conservation and marine ecosystems. These rules help this country safeguard sharks from exploitation and assure their existence. Number 13. Absinthe. Absinthe, the storied green spirit with a mystique that captivates, remains off-limits for consumption in the United States, despite its allure and cultural significance. Crafted from a blend of botanicals including wormwood, green anise, and sweet fennel, absinthe is renowned for its distinct anise flavor and complex herbal notes. Due to myths about its hallucinogenic properties, absinthe has been illegal in the U.S. since the early 20th century. Its psychoactive reputation was exaggerated, often linked to its high alcohol content rather than wormwood's thujone, once thought to cause hallucinations. Regulations were revised in 2007 to permit the production and sale of absinthe under strict limitations, despite the fact that current science has disproved these misconceptions. Today, in order to guarantee safety and compliance, the country's absinthe must follow certain rules concerning thujone levels and production procedures. Absinthe's allure lies not just in its herbal complexity, but also in its associations with bohemian lifestyles and artistic creativity. Its journey from prohibition to regulated availability reflects shifting cultural attitudes and regulatory approaches, embodying the enduring fascination with forbidden indulgences and evolving public perceptions. Number 12. Sassafras oil. Sassafras oil, derived from the roots and bark of the sassafras tree, has a rich history in traditional medicine and cuisine. However, its use in the United States has been restricted due to safety concerns surrounding its main component, saffrole. Historically, sassafras oil was famous for its distinct flavor and aromatic qualities and was often used to flavor traditional root beers and other beverages. It was also valued in traditional medicine for its supposed medicinal properties, ranging from treating colds and fevers to acting as a diuretic. The restriction on sassafras oil suggests that the United States government is serious about preserving people's health, even if the plant has cultural and historical importance. This restriction was based on scientific data showing that saffrole may pose safety risks, especially its deadly consequences in animal tests. While sassafras oil is no longer used in mainstream American cuisine or herbal medicine, its legacy lives on in the memories of those who enjoyed its unique flavor and aroma. Today, alternative flavors are used to replicate the taste of traditional root beers without compromising consumer safety. Number 11. Redfish. Redfish, once a popular catch and culinary delight across the United States, faced a dramatic decline in population that led to strict regulations and bans. This popular fish became so demanded after that it was placed on the endangered species list in 1986, prompting the Commerce Department to intervene. Fisheries were closed and sales were heavily restricted to allow the redfish population to recover from overfishing. Today, redfish remain banned in all U.S. states except Mississippi, where carefully monitored fishing practices and conservation efforts have enabled a sustainable harvest. The journey of redfish from a culinary staple to an endangered species highlights the delicate balance between seafood demand and environmental conservation. While Mississippi allows limited harvesting of redfish under strict regulations, other states continue to uphold bans to safeguard the species' fragile recovery. This regulatory approach aims to support ecological resilience and maintain a healthy marine ecosystem for future generations to enjoy. Number 10. Fugu. Fugu, known for its deadly allure and meticulous preparation, is a delicacy shrouded in both fascination and caution. Despite its potential lethality, fugu remains a sought-after dish in Japanese and Korean cuisine, where skilled chefs undergo rigorous training and certification to ensure its safe preparation. In the United States, however, fugu faces strict regulations and is largely prohibited due to safety concerns. The FDA enforces stringent guidelines to safeguard consumers from the risks associated with tetrodotoxin, the powerful toxin found in fugu fish. Consumption of improperly prepared fugu can lead to severe poisoning and even death. The allure of fugu lies not only in its perilous reputation, but also in the delicate balance required to render it safe for consumption. Chefs trained in the art of fugu preparation meticulously remove toxic organs while preserving the delicate flavor and texture of the fish. This intricate process, combined with cultural reverence for the dish, underscores its status as a culinary delicacy that demands respect and expertise. While fugu remains off-limits for consumption in most parts of the U.S., its unique flavors and proper preparation by certified chefs abroad ensure a memorable dining experience steeped in both risk and reward. Number 9. Pommac. Pommac, once a celebrated European soft drink reminiscent of champagne, faced a swift end in the United States due to regulatory restrictions. Pommac, which Dr. Pepper introduced in the 1960s as its own version of the fizzy beverage, attracted attention for its distinctive flavor profile. However, its downfall came swiftly when the sweetener used, sodium cyclamate, was banned in the U.S. Sodium cyclamate, once a common sweetening agent, fell out of favor after concerns about its safety arose. The ban on cyclamate in 1969 effectively halted the production and sale of Pommac in the U.S., marking the end of its brief stint in American markets. Despite efforts to reformulate the drink with alternative sweeteners, Pommac never regained its foothold on American shelves. Distributing Pommac into the United States remains illegal today due to its use of banned ingredients. While the drink may evoke nostalgia for those who remember its short-lived presence, its prohibition underscores the FDA's commitment to ensuring the safety of food and beverage products for consumers. While Pommac may have faded from American markets, its legacy as a forbidden beverage continues to intrigue and spark curiosity among enthusiasts of culinary history and obscure soft drinks. Number 8. Authentic Italian meats. Italian meats like salami, sopressata, prosciutto, pepperoni, and others are revered worldwide for their rich flavors and centuries-old tradition of craftsmanship. Both beef and pork play significant roles in Italian cuisine, where the art of curing meats has been perfected since ancient Roman times. Despite their popularity globally, authentic Italian meats face stringent regulations when imported into the United States. The USDA and the FDA impose strict guidelines to ensure food safety and quality standards. These regulations often require specific processing methods, inspections, and certifications to prevent the spread of diseases and maintain consumer safety. For American enthusiasts of Italian cuisine, accessing these meats often involves seeking out reputable importers or specialty stores that comply with U.S. import regulations. While the demand for authentic Italian meats remains high, their journey from Italy to American tables underscores the importance of adherence to international food safety standards and the preservation of culinary heritage. Number 7. Horse meat. Horse meat, while consumed in some cultures, is strictly prohibited for human consumption in the United States. The primary reason lies in the widespread use of drugs and substances in horses that are not intended for animals destined for food production. These substances, administered to horses for various medical and management purposes, can accumulate in their tissues and pose serious health risks to consumers. The Food and Drug Administration and the United States Department of Agriculture enforce stringent regulations to ensure that meat intended for human consumption meets safety standards and is free from harmful residues. In addition to health concerns, ethical considerations surrounding the consumption of horse meat also contribute to its prohibition in the U.S. Many Americans view horses as companion animals rather than livestock, leading to cultural and emotional objections to their slaughter for food. The ban on horse meat consumption in the U.S. underscores the nation's commitment to food safety and consumer protection. It reflects ongoing efforts to maintain rigorous standards in the meat industry and ensure that Americans can trust the safety and integrity of the food they consume. Number 6. Vegemite. Vegemite, the iconic Australian spread with a distinctive flavor, has captured hearts down under since its creation in 1922 by Cyril Callister in Melbourne, Victoria. Made from leftover brewer's yeast extract blended with various vegetable and spice additives, Vegemite boasts a thick dark brown consistency that divides opinions around the globe. In the U.S., Vegemite is not outright banned, but its sale and distribution remain limited due to regulatory hurdles and varying tastes. American palates accustomed to sweeter spreads often find Vegemite's robust, salty flavor challenging. However, adventurous food enthusiasts and Australian expatriates in the U.S. continue to seek out this beloved spread for its nostalgic appeal and nutritional benefits. While Vegemite may not enjoy the same mainstream status in the U.S. as it does in Australia, its presence in niche markets and specialty stores reflects a growing appreciation for international flavors and culinary diversity. For those willing to embrace its savory complexity, Vegemite offers a taste of Australian culture and a unique addition to the global pantry. Number 5. Queen conch. The queen conch, scientifically known as Lobatus gigas, is a majestic sea snail that once thrived in the warm waters of the Caribbean and parts of the Gulf of Mexico. Recognized for its striking pink shell and edible flesh, the queen conch has long been a famous delicacy in various Caribbean cuisines. However, due to overharvesting and declining populations, the queen conch faces strict regulations in the United States. The National Marine Fisheries Service has imposed bans on the harvesting, importation, and sale of queen conch meat and shells to protect the species from further depletion. Queen conch populations have dwindled significantly over the years, prompting conservation efforts and strict enforcement of harvesting restrictions across its range. The species plays a vital role in marine ecosystems, contributing to biodiversity and ecological balance in coral reefs and shallow coastal waters. For those interested in experiencing queen conch in its natural habitat, ecotourism initiatives offer opportunities to observe these magnificent creatures in their marine environments. As efforts continue to protect and restore queen conch populations, their future in Caribbean waters remains a critical focus of marine conservation efforts. Number 4. Époisse cheese. Époisse cheese, known for its strong aroma and creamy texture, is a French delicacy that tantalizes taste buds with its rich flavors. Made from unpasteurized cow's milk, époisse undergoes a meticulous aging process that allows safe-to-eat bacteria to develop, imparting its distinctive taste. However, despite its culinary allure, époisse faces strict regulations in the United States. The FDA prohibits the importation of cheeses made from raw milk aged less than 60 days, citing concerns over potential harmful bacteria. This regulatory stance aims to safeguard consumers from foodborne illnesses associated with unpasteurized dairy products. In France, époisse enjoys a revered status among cheese lovers who appreciate its pungent aroma and complex flavors. Produced in the Burgundy region, époisse reflects centuries of cheese-making tradition and craftsmanship, embodying the essence of French gastronomy. For American cheese enthusiasts, accessing époisse often requires seeking out specialty importers or gourmet cheese shops that adhere to FDA guidelines. While pasteurized versions of époisse exist, they may lack the depth of flavor and character found in the traditional raw milk variety. While époisse remains off-limits in its original form for most American consumers, its reputation as a quintessential French cheese continues to intrigue and inspire gastronomic exploration worldwide. Number 3. Swan. Swans, majestic birds of the genus Cygnus, evoke images of grace and beauty with their long necks and elegant movements across lakes and rivers. Belonging to the family Anatidae, which also includes geese and ducks, swans are often grouped closely with geese in the subfamily Anserininae. Within this classification, they form the tribe Cygnini, showcasing their evolutionary ties and shared characteristics. In various cultures worldwide, swans hold symbolic significance representing love, purity, and tranquility. However, despite their cultural and aesthetic appeal, swans are not allowed as food in the United States. This restriction is rooted in conservation efforts and wildlife protection laws that prohibit the hunting, killing, or consumption of swans. The regulations surrounding swan protection in the U.S. are enforced to preserve these birds' populations and ensure their continued existence in natural habitats. While historically hunted for their meat and feathers, swans now benefit from legal protections aimed at safeguarding biodiversity and maintaining ecological balance in wetlands and water ecosystems. For Americans interested in observing swans, numerous wildlife reserves and sanctuaries offer opportunities to appreciate these graceful creatures in their natural environments. Swans are symbols of natural beauty and diversity. They tell us how important it is to protect wildlife and take care of our natural resources. Although people may captivate swans with their elegance and symbolism, Americans strictly prohibit including swans in their diets, reflecting broader commitments to environmental sustainability and the preservation of wildlife diversity. Number 2. Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Flamin' Hot Cheetos, the iconic spicy snack that has captivated taste buds across America, faced restrictions in California's public schools. A new bill, Assembly Bill 2316, aims to prohibit the sale and provision of foods containing certain synthetic food dyes, including the vibrant hues that make Flamin' Hot Cheetos so recognizable. The proposed legislation targets 6 artificial food dyes and titanium dioxide, common coloring agents linked to potential adverse effects on children's behavior and cognitive development. While the bill doesn't explicitly ban Flamin' Hot Cheetos, it seeks to eliminate the use of these synthetic ingredients in food served in California's public schools. Supporters argue the current federal guidelines on food dyes are outdated, and California aims to prioritize student well-being by encouraging manufacturers to explore natural coloring alternatives. As the bill moves forward, the fate of Flamin' Hot Cheetos in California schools remains uncertain, reflecting a broader shift towards healthier and more transparent food choices. Number 1. Silver Dragies. Silver Dragies, those shiny, metallic sprinkles that add sparkle to cakes and desserts, have long been a contentious treat in the culinary world. Made from tiny balls of sugar coated with a silver finish, these decorative confections are beloved for their aesthetic appeal, but are strictly regulated in the United States. Despite their popularity for adding a touch of elegance to baked goods, Silver Dragies are not allowed for sale as food in the U.S. This restriction stems from concerns over the safety of consuming metallic silver. While there's no conclusive evidence proving Silver Dragies are toxic in small quantities, silver itself can pose health risks when ingested in larger amounts. In response to health concerns, the FDA has categorized Silver Dragies as non-edible and strictly prohibits their sale for human consumption. This regulation aims to protect consumers from potential health hazards associated with ingesting metals, promoting safer practices in food decoration. For American bakers and dessert enthusiasts, alternatives such as gold or colored sugar sprinkles offer similar visual appeal without the regulatory concerns. While Silver Dragies remain a decorative staple in many countries, their restricted status in the U.S. underscores the FDA's commitment to ensuring food safety and consumer well-being. As culinary trends evolve and food safety standards continue to advance, the debate over Silver Dragies serves as a reminder of the delicate balance between creativity and safety in the world of confectionery and baking. We are coming to an end here today. Thanks for watching, and for such top listing videos, subscribe to our channel.